Where are we heading?
We're driving to Autumn's house to see if she's a human or a zombie.
We're at Autumn's house.
This is our suspect, Autumn Gomez, and we are going to see if she is a human or a zombie. So Autumn, how have you been feeling lately?
Well, I've been feeling a wee bit under the weather, and people are telling me I could be a zombie.
First test to see if Autumn is a human is that we need to test for cells. What we'll do first is we're going to take an MRI of Autumn to see if she has organs and organ systems. As you can see, Autumn has organs and organ systems.
The next step to proving that Autumn has levels of organization, we'll take a biopsy of her liver to see if she has living cells.
Zooming into her biopsy, we can see that her liver does indeed have living cells. Now that we have proven that Autumn has levels of organization, we will take a blood test and perform a CBC test to see if she has the 7 cells that are in the bloodstream. Can I have your arm? Sure. I'm drawing the blood now. After looking at Autumn's blood sample under a microscope, we can see that she does indeed have the 7 cells found in blood.
Now we're going to conduct a skin biopsy to see if she has skin cells.
Skin biopsy. Zooming in under a microscope, we can see that Autumn does indeed have live skin cells.
So Willow, can you please explain why we had to do all those tests?
We had to do all those tests because the first step in proving that Autumn is a human is seeing that she has cells and levels of organization. Next, we're going to prove that she can reproduce and pass on traits. In order to prove that Autumn is capable of reproduction, we will take an ultrasound to see if she has the necessary reproductive organs.
As you can see with this ultrasound, it's clear to see that Autumn has ovaries and a uterus.
I could have told you that.
To prove that Autumn is capable of reproduction, we must see if she is able to pass on traits to her children. To do this, we'll see if she has 46 chromosomes, and we'll count her chromosomes because if she does not have 46 chromosomes, there is no way she can pass 23 to her children.
After looking closely at Autumn's DNA, we can clearly see that she has 46 chromosomes. The next step to seeing if Autumn is capable of reproduction, we will make a small incision on her hand and see if her cells reproduce in order to heal her hand. This will only hurt a bit. Autumn, wake up, wake up, wake up. Did your arm heal?
Yeah.
The next step that we're going to do to see if Autumn is a human is that we're going to test for complex chemicals.
The first step in seeing that Autumn has complex chemicals is seeing if she has DNA. Come on in. Can you open your mouth? We're going to send this off to a lab to see if she has DNA.
Three days later.
We're back at the mailbox a couple days later to see if our test results came in.
Test results are in.
So we just got our test results back.
Let's
It's
see.
time to see if Autumn has DNA.
How are you feeling?
Insane.
Okay.
Autumn has DNA! Next, we will test if Autumn has RNA by looking at her previous skin cell samples. As you can see in these test results, Autumn does indeed have RNA.
We just test Autumn for RNA, and now it's a good chance that she has proteins. Just to be sure, we're going to test for proteins.
To see if Autumn has proteins, we're going to look at her previous blood sample and test for proteins and other minerals in her bloodstream. As you can see in these test results, Autumn has minerals and proteins in her bloodstream. The next thing we need to prove is that she has carbohydrates.
To test for carbohydrates, we conduct the Machi's test.
To perform this test, we are first going to put in 2 drops of Molechi's reagent. Okay? And now we're going to slowly pour 2 milliliters of sulfuric acid. When this test is positive and shows signs of carbohydrates, there will be a purple line between the 2 layers of liquids. As you can see, there's a purple line between the 2 layers of liquids. To test for liquids in Autumn, we're going to put anhydrous copper into her blood, and if the test proves positive, then there will be a blue solid. As you can see, there is a blue solid, so this test has proved positive, meaning that Autumn has liquid.
Now we're going to test for homeostasis, and we're going to be doing that by seeing if she can use her 5 senses. Autumn, what's the color of this cup?
Red.
Okay. What's the color of this packet?
Blue.
What's the color of this egg?
A creamy white.
As you can see, Autumn's sense of sight is working.
Now we are going to test if Autumn's sense of smell is working. Can you please name what this is?
Is that soy sauce?
Yeah! Can you please name what this is?
That's cinnamon.
As you can see from these test results, her sense of smell is definitely working.
Now we're gonna be testing Autumn's sense of taste. Open up. What is it to you? What do you think?
Not watermelon.
What is that?
Sour strawberry.
Next, we will test Autumn's sense of touch. Can you please identify what this is for me?
This would be a piece of tin foil.
Very well. Okay. Can you please identify what this is for me?
This is a dingle hopper.
In other words, a fork.
To test Autumn's sense of hearing, we're gonna play different types of sounds. Autumn, what's the sound?
That would be a cricket.
Okay, good job. Now, Autumn, what's the sound?
That's I Can See You, Taylor's version from the Speak Now Taylor's version album.
Wow, great job. Now, Autumn, what's the sound?
Me?
So Autumn, the last step to proving that you can maintain homeostasis is proving that your pH levels are stable. So can you go take a urine test for us?
What are you gonna do with that?
We're gonna test your pH with it.
Okay. I'm back.
Now we're gonna test the pH of Autumn's urine. Now, as you can see, the color of Autumn's pH test is neutral, proving that she can maintain homeostasis. The next test we need to prove is that Autumn is capable of growth, repair, and development. To show growth, we're going to shave her head and see if it grows back the next day. We can edit this.
How are you feeling?
Scared.
Autumn's a bit insecure about her bald head, so we put on a beanie, but as you can see, she no longer has any hair. Autumn, wake up! Do you have hair?
Is it back?
Now we are going to see if Autumn can grow and repair by making a small incision in her hand and seeing if her skin grows back. Autumn, wake up! Is your hand better?
Yeah!
The next test is to see if Autumn is capable of development. To do this, we're going to throw a pillow at her once without her knowing, and then the second time she'll know someone, and we'll see if she reacts to the second time.
Stop throwing that at me!
As you can see from her reaction, that proves growth and development because she grew and developed mentally to know that she didn't want to be thrown with the pillow again.
Willow, what have all these tests showed us so far?
So far, all these tests have proved that Autumn is very much human. We have tested if she's made of cells, if she can reproduce, if she can maintain homeostasis, growth, repair, and development, and complex chemicals. We still have a couple more tests to go.
Next, we need to prove that Autumn is able to obtain and use energy. To do this, we first need to prove that she has the mitochondria.
As you can see, looking closer at Autumn's previous skin cell scannings, there are mitochondria in her skin cells. Now that we know that Autumn has a mitochondria in her cells, we need to see her ATP and glucose levels in her urine. Zooming in with our light microscope, we can see that Autumn's ATP and glucose levels are very much there. Another part in proving that Autumn can obtain and use energy is proving that she is able to metabolize. To do this, we are going to also see if her ATP levels and glucose levels are there by seeing if she can respire. Autumn, can you take a deep breath for us? As you can see from Autumn's deep breath, she is able to respire. This proves that she has ATP and glucose levels because ATP and glucose get oxidized.
The last step to see if Autumn can maintain and use energy is to see if she can exhale CO2.
To prove that Autumn is breathing out CO2, we're going to conduct an experiment. For this experiment, we're going to have her breathe into some lime water. If the lime water turns milky, then this means she has breathed out CO2. Autumn, can you please exhale into this lime water? As you can see, The lime water has turned milky, proving that she is exhaling CO2.
Willow, what do these tests say?
These tests so far prove that Autumn is able to obtain and use energy because she has ATP levels, glucose levels, a mitochondria, and a working metabolization.
To prove that Autumn is a human, we have to identify if she's capable of doing movement. Autumn, please follow me to the other side of the room. This identifies that she's capable of movement.
Hey Autumn, can you please strum this broken guitar?
There once was a girl named Jamie. Yeah.
Cut!
As you can see, Autumn is capable of movement because she walked to the other side of the room and was able to strum this guitar.
The last step to prove that Autumn is a human, we have to show that she evolved over time.
To do this, we are going to take a sample of DNA from when she was first born. Don't ask how we acquired it. And a sample of DNA from now. We're going to compare and contrast the two and see if there's any differences. As we can see from comparing this sample of DNA from when she was first born to this sample of DNA from now, there is a difference in her hair color. Her hair used to be blonde, but now it is brown. No. Here's our example. See, this is just dyed, but that's her natural hair color now.
No, it's not. I'm blonde.
After all these tests have been completed, we have came to the conclusion that Autumn is indeed, drumroll please,